This is chapter 3 now in the life of Dr. Denny Hamann, which is me, veterinarian, philosopher, friend. I was searching around for the kind of vehicle that I wanted to live in. I found out that you don't own your things own you, and you work to pay your mortgage, your groceries, everything else. The more expensive your things, the more money you have to make. And since I wanted to reduce stress, I was going to live in a bus or a RV. I ended up answering an ad for a 1953 flexible coach. It was my dream coach. This was going to carry me to my dreams. I named it Pegasus, which is the winged steed of the god Mercury, capable of only being ridden by the god himself or wannabe poets. And since I'm a wannabe poet, this was going to be carrying me to my dream. I left Milwaukee December 26, 1984. Drizzly day with my mom and kids saying goodbye. As I drove out of the parking lot, I asked this question to the quiet voice. Denny Hamann, do you know what the hell you're doing? And I listened quietly and the voice said, no. But I was going out to California, the place where you can live your dreams. Traveling there, I went through Salt Lake City. Coming down the mountains, there was a blizzard. Now it's New Year's Eve, and I'm going to celebrate my first year of the rest of my life. New Year's Eve in Salt Lake City. Well, when I got there, it was during the rush hour, and it's raining and snowing, and I thought, oh no, I'll go and I'll catch it outside of Salt Lake City. Driving west, I saw these red taillights on the interstate ahead of me, and I thought, where are they all going? And then it hit me. Salt Lake City, New Year's Eve, you're going to go to Nevada to party. Got to Nevada, no vacancy, no vacancy, no vacancy. Finally, 100 miles in, I stopped at this little town called Wells, Nevada, that you probably never heard of. Found the only available room in the motel, and I wanted to have steak and lobster for the first night of my new year. When I walked into the motel room, you reached up to turn on the light up above here. There were no light switches. And there was an army cot with the U.S. Army blanket. I opened the door, what I thought was a closet, and 6 cats looked back at me. It was a dirt garage. The only place open was a truck stop in Wells, Nevada. And all they had left was turkey loaf and powdered mashed potatoes. I went to bed that night and I cried. I had really screwed up my life. Gave up success, chased after a great dream, and here I am in the middle of nowhere. As I continued on the road, shortly after Winnemucca, Nevada, on the interstate, there was another car coming towards me on the divided median, and suddenly it started wiggling back and forth and flipped over 4 times. The doors flew open, papers flew out like somebody blew on a dandelion, and it ended up on its roof with the wheels running and the motor still going. I ended up running across the highway. A young lady came out of the car, out of the window. She had a couple of cuts and she was bleeding a little bit. I stopped that with my handkerchief and we went underneath an oak tree waiting for an ambulance to show up. We had a lot of talk during that 30 minutes. When the ambulance came and I put her in there, or helped put her in there, I took her hand and I kissed it and I said, you're going to be okay. She looked at me and she said, I love you. Later, a cop thanked me for stopping. I said, who wouldn't stop? He said, most people don't stop. So I left Milwaukee having people chastise me for selling my practice, getting out of a divorce, leaving my kids behind. Now I find out I'm on the right road. A lady just told me, I love you, and the cop says, you did something most people don't do.